Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As we are proceeding for Christmas, we can actually do partnerships and learn them within a few minutes. So we have to first know what partnerships are, and then the two magic formulas that you have to know about partnerships. If you know them and how to use them, you can actually do any question on partnerships. So let's start. First of all, what's a partnership? A partnership, this is an agreement between two or more people who pool money, that is capital, in order to carry out business. For example, if I and my friend, I may have maybe 2 million and my friend has 3 million, and we pool those funds together and be able to invest it somewhere, that 5 million that we have, that's what we call a partnership. So normally when we invest this money, it actually makes profit. So these profits here are shared among us, and in case there are losses, they are also actually shared between us. But what is the ratio at which we contribute? What's the ratio at which, if I contribute 3 million and contributes 2 million and make 5 million, does that mean that he takes the 2.5 and 2.5 million? No, it actually bases on the amount that you invest. So there are two types of partnership that are normally set. We have what we call the simple partnership and the compound partnership. The simple partnership, this is if capital of the partnership is invested at the same time period. Maybe at the beginning of the year, we all invest. He invests 2 million and I invest 3 million. That means we shall share. In case we make a profit of 10 million, we shall share it equally in a ratio of 2 to 3 million. Then another type is the compound partnership. This one is normally set for the aptitudes. This is when partners invest in different lengths of time. That is, you invest in different time periods. I may invest now at the beginning of the year, maybe in January, then my other friend invests after 2 months. That means when we are sharing the profit, the ratios will be different. And for this, to determine the profit ratio, we calculate, that is, the amount invested times the time period for which he has invested. Are we together? That's how we calculate it. If I have 4 million and I've invested it for 4 months, that means when we are sharing the profit, my profit will be my amount of 4 million times the 4 months. That will be the ratio I'll use. Are we together? I try to write it down here for you. A times T. If my friend B invested 3 million, now for it is for a time period of 8 months. So we multiply 3 times the 8 months. And don't forget this formula is also this magic formula. That is A's capital times A's time partnership, that is the A's profit that he will use as the ratio. And B's capital times B's time in the partnership will be B's profit. Are we together? So let's try to do some numbers here. Question 1, they are saying 3 partners A, B, C invest. This is $1,600, $1,800, and $2,300 respectively in a business. Then they're asking us, how should they divide the profit of $193? So that means their ratio of A to B to C will be what A invested, which is 1,600 to 1,800 to 2,300. When you try to remove the zeros and simplify, it becomes 16, 18, 23. This is the ratio that they will use to divide. So we first get the total ratio, that is 16 plus 18 plus 23. I'll try to put it on my calculator. 16 plus 18 plus 23. I get an answer of 57. So that means if we are to determine what A got, it will be 16 over the 57 times the profit that they got to get his share of the profit. Then if we want to get the share of B's profit, it will be his ratio, which is 18 over the total ratio times 19, 3, 8. And if we want to get C's ratio, it will actually be 23 over 57 times 19, 3, 8. Put together. So when I try to calculate it, the first one is 16 divided by 57 times 19, 3, 8. Our answer is actually, this one will get the dollars you get $544. Then we have the next one, which is 18 divided by 57 times 1938. This one will actually get $612. And the last one, which is 23 divided by 57 times 1938. This one will actually get 782 of the dollars. Now let's look at an example here of a compound partnership. Question 2, they are saying XYZ enter into a partnership. X advances $12,000 for 4 months, Y $14,000 for 8 months, and Z is $10,000 for 10 months. And they are saying they gain this profit together. Find the share of each. So this is a compound partnership where we are saying that they're investing in different time periods. So we first have to get the profit ratio, the ratio at which they share their profit. That is A times the T, A times the time period invested, B times the time period invested, and C times the time period he invested. But this time it's X, Y, Z. So when you try to get the first one, X is 12,000. He invested it for 4 months. Then the next one is 14,000. He invested it for 8 months. And then the last one is 10,000. He invested it for 10 months. So when we try to get the answer here, 12,000 times the 4,000 will give us 48,000. When we get 14,000 times the 8, we shall get 112,000. Then the next one will be 100,000. When we try to simplify it and remove these 3 zeros, we shall remain with 48, 112, and 100. You can continue to further simplify it, but in this case we just want to find the share, so you can actually work it from here. So their total will be 48 plus 11.2 plus 100. When you try to add this ones, that 48 plus 112 plus 100, because 48 plus 112 plus 100, actually our answer is 260. So if we start with getting X's share, will now be, you get his ratio, which is 48 over 260 times the amount here, which is 5,850. To get Y's share, you actually get, now Y is 112 over 260 times 5,850. And to get Z's share is actually 100 over 260 times 5,850, and of which you get the answer. Let's try out this one. It's also compound, but it's a bit tricky. They're saying S started, you get the answers here. You can actually get the answers and put them there. They say S started a business with $2,000. Then they are saying B joined him after 2 months with these dollars, and C also put a sum of 10,000 in the business for 2 months only. Are we together? Then they are asking, at the end of the year, the business gave a profit of, so we are starting here. We have to first get now the profit ratio. That is A times T1, B times T2, C times T3. Are we together? They are saying here, A started the business with 200,000. That means the period he invested it in, for the full year, it will actually be 12. Are we together? Then they are saying B joined him after 3 months with 4,000. So 4,000, and actually B, when he joins after 3 months, we get 12 minus 3, which is 9. So that means B invested for only 9 months, and they say C put a sum of 10,000 for 2 months only. So it means C, it will be 2 months only. So this is how we shall actually get our ratio. This time with this will give you 24,000 to, so 4 times 9 is actually giving us 36,000, and this last one is actually giving us 20,000. thousand. So the ratio will be 24 to 36 to 20. Use the same calculations and you get the answer. And the next one, they are telling us 3 partners shared the profit in a business in the ratio of 5 to 7 to 8. This is the ratio they shared their profit. And they said they had partnered for 14 months, 8 months, and 7 months. And what is the ratio of their investment? So to actually get now the ratio of these people's, they have given us here options. Are we together? So to get the ratio of these people's investment, we use the other formula, that as investment or investment ratio times the time period equals to A's capital. Are we together? Then we continue and we say now also over B's, because I actually showed it to you here. B's capital or investment, B's capital. Are we together? Times the time over B's. This is supposed to be profit, sorry. B's profit. Are we together? So the ratio here, they're telling us is what is the ratio of their investment, which is A's capital, which we are looking for. So we start with the first one. A's capital times, what is the time? The time he actually invested, they have said, for 14 months times the 14 equals to his ratio, which is 5. So that means the ratio of A's capital divided by 14 will be actually 5 over 14. Then we also get the one for B. B times the time he invested in, which is 8 months, equals to, now this is his profit ratio, which is 7. So B will also be 7 over 8. And similarly, C will actually be actually invested for, and C, which is the 7 months, so C automatically will be 8 over 7. So that means their ratio is actually 5 over 14 to 7 over 8 to 8 over 7. But now that ratio is not actually among these. So that means they want you to simplify this furthermore. So you actually get these denominators and first get their LCM. When you come and get the LCM of the denominators, that is 14, 8, and 7. So you first get by 2 into 14, this is 7, into 8 it is 4, 7, by 2 again it is 7, 2, 7, by 2 it is 7, 1, 7, and by 7 it's 1, 1, 1. So the LCM actually is 2 times 2 times 2 times 7, which will give us 56. So this 56, you multiply it all sides, 5 over 14 times 56, 7 over 8 times 56, and the last one is 8 over 7 times 56. By 14 once, by 14, this one gives you 4. By 8 once, 8 into 56, we actually get 7. And here, by 7 once, by 7, this actually gives you 8. So remain with 5 times 4 to 7 times 7 to 8 times 8, which will give us 20. This one is 49. This one is 54, which will actually give us the answer of option B. Then here you can also try out this number 2 here of the one of partners. And please don't forget to subscribe and to like this video. And if you found it helpful, you could actually comment. Thank you.